Coffee, where would I be without you? Hello guys, today I've decided to do my January favorites, and the reason why I haven't uploaded a video in a little while was because I was in Malaga, which was so much fun. I highly recommend you going there on this time of the year. It's so warm, it's so nice, and as you can see, I've gotten a little bit of a tan, which is rare for me, so totally awesomeness. Now let's get into the products. So for cleansing this month, I've been using the Yes to Coconuts Dry Skin Cream Cleanser. This one is so amazing. Even though I have oily skin, I've really been into this. It's really like hydrating and really gives you a good glow and a really natural dew to your skin, and it's just so amazing because it doesn't strip your skin of all the oils. It's a little bit fragrance though. I would take that out if I could, but this has been one of my favorites, mainly due to the fact that it contains coconut oil and also chia seed oil, which are really good ingredients in a cream cleanser. Another cleanser that I've been using is the Derma V10 Micellar Water Cleansing Water with Pro Vitamin B5, Aloe Vera, Chamomile and Vitamin E. So this one contains a good blend of ingredients. It's absolutely amazing. It really does get all of the makeup off very easily and it doesn't harm your skin. And as you can see, I've gone through like almost this entire bottle, and this one is 200 mils, guys. I've been going through this, and I've only had this one for like this month. So that's like ridiculous. So my favorite nighttime serum this month has been like a prescription one actually. It's Retinol 0.025%, as you can see here, I hope. While I was in Spain, I discovered something very crazy, you guys. Because in Denmark, you have to get this one per prescription, and I did. However, in Spain, you can just go into any pharmacy and just buy whatever you want. So I got these two, the Retinol 0.05% and the 0.1%. If you're new to this, I would recommend starting off with either the 0.025% or the 0.05%. The 0.1% can be a little too strong and you will be like flaking all over and it'll hurt. So I wouldn't recommend starting off with that one. I've not even started it yet. Anyways, if you want to go for something that you can just buy over the counter, another one of my favorites has also been the Ordinary Advanced Retinoid 2%. This one I've almost used up, you guys. This one is an amazing serum, and it really got my skin ready for the prescription one. So if you want to try something that's non-prescription, I would highly recommend this one. Also from the Ordinary, one of my favorites has been the Hyaluronic Acid 2%. This one has been such an amazing sort of hydrating serum because hyaluronic acid really draws moisture from the air and sort of attaches it to your skin, and thereby enabling moisture without getting oily or greasy. So this one is absolutely amazing, and I've been loving that one. And ever since I started using that retinoid, my skin around my lips and on my lips has just been like so like crinkly. I've been feeling so dry and uncomfortable, and I've not been into that. So what I've used to sort of like instantly relieve that, because I needed some moisture, I needed some oil, I found this from Clarins called the Instant Comfort Light Lip Oil, and this one is really saving your lips. However, and as you can see, it does contain quite a high bit of shine, like this. But if it does relieve the sort of irritation on my lips, I don't really care, because like I really want something that will be moisturizing to my lips and will instantly relieve that dryness, and this has been doing a great job of doing that. So for moisturizer, I've actually gone into Olay quite a lot because I've noticed that they had some really amazing ingredients in their moisturizers. They have their niacinamide, they have green tea, they have of course glycerin, most moisturizers do generally. They have sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid. They have tuberculous acetate, which is basically vitamin E. They have such a good array of different, also peptides actually. They have so many ingredients that are just so beneficial to your skin. And I used first this one here in a jar, which is called the 3-Point Age Defying Cream, fragrance free. I really like this one for the day, but what I don't like about it is that it is in a jar. So like some of these ingredients will sort of dissipate over time, because when they're susceptible to air and light, they will generally oxidize. So the good beneficial antioxidants will generally be rendered ineffective in a little while in use. So what I found to replace that was the Olay 7 Effects All-in-One Age-Defying Firming Night Moisturizer and the day version, which contains an SPF of 15, which is not enough, but these are really good and they contain the same good ingredients just in a package that allows them to be stable throughout their use, which is sort of amazing. And for sunscreen, I used the La Roche-Posay 50 Plus Anti-Shine Anthelios XL. This one I've been loving, as you can see. It's sort of like empty because I've just been loving this one. And when you use a retinoid, please also use a sunscreen. So if you go out and invest and try to get a retinoic acid, really use a sunscreen because your skin will become so much more susceptible to different environmental aspects like sunlight and stuff. So you will really need to invest in a good sunscreen also if you use that. So while I was in Spain, I also tried out some new foundations. But one that really caught my attention, I tried a bunch of different ones, but one that really caught my attention is the Catrice Cosmetics All Matte Plus Shine Control Makeup. This one is oil-free, it's long-lasting, and it's mattifying. I really love this foundation. I'm actually wearing it right now. And as you can see, it's not like dead matte, but it's like sort of a satin matte, and it really does stay on your skin for a really long time. And this one is a little bit dark, so I'm using it now that I have a tan, but you can get it in 4 different shades. However, that's not so much. But if you can find your shade, and if you have oily skin and still want just a little bit of a dew without looking too dead matte, I would highly recommend this foundation. Another one that I've really been liking this month and has like sort of made a return in my sort of daily makeup routine is the Lasting Finish from Rimmel. This one is in the shade 100 Ivory, which is a little bit too light for me at the moment. But this one has been so amazing. I've been loving the formula on this one, and when I went to work, it's such an amazing foundation because it does not slip and slide all over your face. It really does stay on for such a long time, and you can even like touch your skin, touch your nose, like sort of rub your eyes, and it will still like not go off. I really love this foundation, and this one I highly recommend. Another foundation that I really have been loving this month is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. This one has been such an amazing foundation just for that everyday sort of little extra foundation. It's sort of mattifying, but it really, like the texture of your skin is just like fluid silk. It's so amazing, it's so beautiful. Pairing that with the Studio Fix Powder Plus foundation, which gives it just a little bit more coverage. These two are a match made in heaven. If you try these two, you will not be disappointed if you have oily skin like myself. So for blush this month, I've really gotten into Essence products. Actually, that's not only blush, that's both my bronzer and my brows and everything. Let's start with the blush. This one is the Essence Satin Touch Blush. This one is so beautiful. This one is in the shade Satin Coral. And can we just look at this color? It's like sort of this sheeny, sort of coral soft color. I'm actually wearing it right now. It's just so soft on the skin. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more on because I'm going to show you guys how beautiful this one is. It's just like, it's everything, you guys. This is such a creamy, beautiful powder, and it's such a good formula, and it just lies so beautifully on your skin and so naturally. Can you see that? It's just like this natural little flush. I really love this blush, so I would highly recommend, and it's so inexpensive too. You need to check this out. For bronzing, I've been using also Essence, as I mentioned. This one is the matte bronzing powder for lighter skin. And what I really love about this is, you know, Essence, their powder's always creamy, always gonna be beautiful. But what I really like about it is like the tone, because it's so neutral. It's not gonna make you look like an Oompa Loompa, not like too orange. I'm actually wearing it right now, and I used it to bronze up my neck because my foundation is a little bit darker. And as you can see, it's just this very natural sort of cool toned, but still warm enough to be like blushing and to be like beautiful and bronzy, but it's just this perfect shade. I really love this color, and I really like that the pan is so huge, so you can really take a brush here and really like get in there and get it like your brush evenly coated with this. It's such an amazing powder, and it does smell like coconut. what more can I ask for? So for highlight, I've also been into some Essence. Okay, I'm getting repetitive here, and this is not a shameless plug or anything. I've just really been loving these products, and Essence has just sort of like been in the corner of my eye for like a little bit of a time, and I decided to give their line a go, and I really found some really hidden gems at the drugstore. So what I really love for highlight is actually an eyeshadow. This is the Essence eyeshadow in the Grammy Goes to Glammy. This one is just such a beautiful champagne shade. If you are like my skin tone or even a little bit lighter, this one will be amazing. It's such an intense, beautiful highlighter. I really have been loving this, and these are so inexpensive too. If you're a little bit paler than I am, they also make a shade called Snowflake, which is all white basically. So if you're paler than I am, I would definitely go for that shade. And if you're my skin tone or a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, you could go for the Grammy Goes to Glammy. This one will be such a universally flattering shade, I feel. I want to swatch it for you guys because it's just everything. Can you see that? It's just so like high pigment and beautiful and so inexpensive. I love this highlighter. Another highlighter that I really have been into this month is the Sleek Makeup in Highlighting Palette in the color Solstice. This one is so intense. I'm actually wearing it right now. You can see how intense that is on my cheeks. But I really think it gives a beautiful glow to the face, and I really love this one. Especially these two colors here at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna see if you can see anything. Yeah. These two colors here at the bottom has just been like the most amazing shades to use, and I actually just go in and like blend these, and I did that on my cheeks today, and it really does a beautiful job of staying on all day. This is such an amazing palette, and it's not even that expensive. I would highly recommend this if you need a highlighting palette. For concealer, I've been using the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser, and this one is in the shade Light. I really love this concealer. This has an amazing sort of tip applicator where you can sort of spread it out, and then you can go and blend it out with your beauty blender. Nothing more to say about that. It's even, it's beautiful, it's smooth, it got high coverage, but it doesn't look like it. It's such an amazing concealer at the drugstore. Not very expensive, highly recommend. For brows, I've also been into the Essence Make Me Brow Duo Eyebrow Powder. I've gotten way into eyebrow powder because the thing is, I've been using for such a long time my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip Pomade. And I felt like it was a little too intense for me. It was a little too intense. My brows there was a little bit too much structure. It was too hard. So I wanted something that would be a little bit more natural, and I'm actually wearing this one right now. And as you can see, it's just sort of this natural sort of brow that really does not look like it contains too much makeup in them. What I've been using is this one, this shade here, and this is in the shade 01. This one I would highly recommend if you're my skin tone or even lighter, because they do have this lighter shade that I just don't use because I'm darker than that. So I'm using that one, but if you're lighter you could use that one. And this is such a creamy powder. It just goes on so smooth, and it's very inexpensive. Amazing find at the drugstore. For setting spray, I've been using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set setting spray. Also because of its ingredients. Actually, you've been seeing me using this like way too much or whatever. I made that joke about that if you watch some of my other videos. But I've really been loving this e.l.f. one because it does contain an array of good ingredients, and it really does keep your makeup on all day. It contains vitamin A, it contains vitamin C, I think vitamin E. It contains an array of different vitamins that are really beneficial to your skin. So I really have been loving this setting spray, and it does keep your makeup on all day, and the mister is really good so you don't get like these blotchy bits of like moisture on your skin like in different places. This one actually distributes the product very beautifully on your face. So when I go training, which is pretty often, I like to remove my makeup before training because I don't like my skin to get clogged while I train. So I've been using these alcohol-free aloe vera makeup removing wipes with jojoba oil, vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin F. And they're alcohol-free and fragrance-free also. These are such an amazing brand of makeup wipes. They're so gentle, they're not too stripping, so they don't strip your skin from all moisture. They sort of just leave your skin like sort of nicely hydrated, and I really have been into these For perfume, oh my god, you guys, I love this one. This has been like my holy grail perfume. When I smelled this, oh my god, like in the airport, when I was on my way to Malaga, I smelled this one. I was like, I have to have it. I just went in and bought it right away because it was just like that signature smell that I've been looking for. Oh my god, if you could smell this through the screen, you would run out and get it instantly. And it was not even that expensive, like 20 euros or something. This one is called the Versace Blue Jeans for Men. Oh my god, you guys, you need this in your life. If I could just like put this one through the screen and have you smell it. Oh, I'm actually gonna put something on right now because I love this fragrance, you guys. So guys, that was it for my monthly favorites. I have a large pile there, and I hope that you found these helpful. Please let me know if you need any other advice about anything. I really love you guys. It's so amazing to be back here on YouTube after a long vacation, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.